What is the most you ever spent on a dinner?
All that and more on this episode of My Disney Addiction Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hey guys, what is up? It is your number one ghost host, Chris.
And Greg, you're a Disney detective, and might I add, my tummy is grumbling.
A grumbling?
It's a grumbling, all right? And I'm ready for this episode because you are going to, or we're going to react to some of the most expensive food items that you can get on Disney property.
That is true. Before we do anything though, before we acknowledge how hungry you are,
I'm so hungry, dude. Like, make it quick, make it quick.
make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. Quick, 1 second. That's all it takes. Subscribe. Boom.
Yes.
Done.
One click and you're entered into our Christmas giveaway. Come on.
Oh, Christmas
You know
giveaway.
you want to do it. Here it is.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
It's going to be fun.
Hey, guys. We are back, and today we are going to be doing something real fun. We're going to be doing a reaction video to the video I posted a couple weeks ago about mine and my wife's Disney dinner, the best dinner I've ever had in my life, one of the most expensive restaurants in Disney World, one of the best restaurants in all of Florida, specifically, the only Five Diamond restaurant at Disney, Victorian Albert's.
Yep, he's rubbing this in my face. He's touting this amazing piece of, I don't know, just memory or this opportunity that he has. I'm severely jealous, and I should have eaten before starting this episode because I'm going to be salivating like nobody's business during this reaction video.
So first thing I want to say is we're going to be going through the video, but here, what I got is if you look...
He was thinking ahead, folks. Look, this is
the actual menu from Victorian Albert's and everything like that. It actually says on there...
Dude, it smells so good.
Did you just lick that?
No, I didn't lick it. I smelled it, I swear.
That was awkward. But we have the Victorian Albert's...
Never going to wash my nose.
That was weird.
I'm never going to wash my nose.
The Victorian Albert's... Can I read this, please?
I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. This is what happens when you put... Oh, my gosh.
So, Victorian Albert's restaurant, the Queen Victoria's room, on September 1st of 2018. And it says, Christopher and Stephanie Welton's happy 5th anniversary.
Oh, they personalized your menu? Of course they did. Jeez, they go above and beyond.
And so, this is the chef's
degustation menu. It's French.
Yeah, you would know this better than me.
Degustation.
So, we have a bunch of stuff on the menu. We'll kind of be stopping. There are some things on here that, I did not record because part of the thing was I wanted to, kind of be in the moment, with my wife and enjoying the meal. But there's a lot of stuff here that was, really, really good here. So, let's go ahead here. And I'll say this, so just to kind of start off. So, Victorian Albert's is the only Five Diamond restaurant in Disney World. One of the few Five Diamond restaurants, AAA Five Diamond restaurants in all of Florida.
And where can you find it? What resort?
This is at the Grand Floridian Resort. Now, things to know about this resort, this restaurant specifically. This restaurant does require that guys have to wear a jacket, and that the ladies...
So like my zip-up white water jacket?
Nope, a nice coat jacket.
Gotcha, blazer, suit jacket.
And
I'm just messing.
It has, and the ladies, nice dress, all that fun jazz. Minimum entry for this is $250 per person.
There's an entry fee. So that's not for the food.
No, that's you pay. Like minimum to pay. Like so you're paying for this for this meal.
Oh, okay. And how many courses is it?
This one was I think like 12 or 13 courses.
Oh, I see. Yeah, menu $235 per guest.
$235 per
Optional wine pairing available for an extra $150.
For an extra $150.
Smackers.
Not including any other additives that you can add to this menu.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Oh my goodness.
So minimum walking in the door, you're spending $500 for you and your significant other. And not to mention any gratuities that are included.
Right.
And anything else that's added. So, I will say, I'll let you know how much me and my wife dropped on this.
Oh, wow.
With tip and the additives that we had, almost $900. Almost $900 on this meal.
Ooh, doggy.
Now, people are going to say, is this meal really worth it? It was. It was 100% worth it. Me and my wife were talking about it. We want to do it again. I would love for this to become like an every 5-year thing.
Oh my goodness. See, like I'm a foodie like you, and honestly, if I'm able to experience like the range of emotions and facial expressions that you did in this video, I think it will be well worth it.
Okay,
Just-
so why don't we jump into the video right away, and we will get at it. So let's go here. 1, 2, 3, and start. Okay, got a little logo popped
I
up.
like it. I like it.
A picture of us in front of the.
Look at you. Look at slick with your shades.
Yeah, so that was in front of the. What's it called? Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, a minivan.
Minivan. Which it wasn't a minivan, by the way. It was an SUV.
So I've never done a minivan before.
Yeah.
Is it a nice sort of
Yeah,
experience?
I mean,
Why don't we just call it Minnie's van? Because it's not going to be a minivan. It's going to be a Chevy Traverse.
Chevy Traverse.
Chevy Traverse.
She just said it. Now, this was a 2018.
Oh, did you see Epcot? Is that Epcot?
That is.
Could've been Epcot.
I think that was Epcot.
Yeah.
But this was the Chevy Traverse Redline.
Rear view mirror?
Yes, we have 5 cameras. This is a 2018 Chevy Traverse Redline trim.
Yeah.
So it has,
Yeah, she just said Redline trim. There you go.
She knows her stuff.
5 cameras on.
So look at no. So that's Hollywood Studios, because right there, that's the Tower of Terror.
Yep.
So you can kind of
My mom's favorite ride.
right now, and those are only. Yep. And then there's one in the back for parking. It goes away after 5 miles an hour. It doesn't want us watching television.
Yeah. So like she's kind of explaining the features of the car. I mean, it's a nice car
Wow.
on the GPS. Wow, I said.
Wow, like one wasn't.
Wow, amazing.
That's a premiere edition. They didn't have the red line. So this is like the second to the top. There's also a high country, which has the.
And did you add this music, or is this like
That was
being
in the car.
played in the car?
That
Oh
was
my
in the car,
goodness.
so I didn't add
Setting
any
the
music.
stage. This is great.
Where they like surprise people and their family members.
Yeah. So what happened was
The roads are so nice there. Sorry to interject. The roads are so nice there compared to Wisconsin. No potholes.
Yeah, you can charge your
No. Anyway, sorry.
so with this trip, we were staying at the beach club, and we were going to go to,
Go up there, huh?
you know, the Minnie Mouse logo on the sun
That
window.
the sunroof. That's
Yeah.
so nice.
Now, when we did the
Coconuts are different on each side, which is a nice
what was it?
because the contour of the car.
When I wanted to set this trip up, I was like, okay, so I got my suit on. My wife has her really nice, it's like a flower dress on.
Sure.
It's so really nice, and we're like, okay, I don't want to take a bus out to the Grand Floridian. That just is a whole lot of work and walking.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, you know, so the minivan services are through Lyft and not Uber. And so you have to go get your Lyft, get the Lyft app, and specifically there's a section on there which says, like, I think it's specifically minivan service.
Oh, that's cool.
And so, you know, I ordered it, and at this point, before they made the changes to how the pricing works on it, it was just, I think it was like $25 between like just resorts. So I paid $25 just, not including tip, just to get us from the beach club to the Grand Floridian. It was nice because it was just me and my wife, you know, in the car, air conditioning, you know, really nice seating. And then our driver was so knowledgeable, explained the history of why they came up with this concept, and kind of explained how like she chose to be a part of this process.
Right. Now I might have missed this, but did Disney reach out to Lyft to partner, or was Lyft like, hey, you know, like here's a good
ready for this?
idea?
Okay, hold on. Let's pause because
Yeah.
we just got to. My wife is smiling, looking at me when we just got into the
You're
restaurant.
just like
Okay.
you're getting ready for the
So we
dinner
just
of your life.
Yeah. So we, I think Disney reached out to Lyft because I think at the time there was some issues with Uber.
Uber.
There was some like there's some shady
Sure.
people on there, but Lyft had like better requirements.
Sure.
So I think that's why.
Okay.
All right. So we just got to the scene now where my wife is smiling. We just got into the Grand Floridian,
Oh my goodness.
into the restaurant in
my-
the Queen Room.
Oh my goodness.
Have you seen this video yet?
I have.
Okay. Okay.
This looks pretty insane.
Okay.
They have their own water list.
This looks pretty.
I know you
They
brought it
have
up
their own
multiple
water
times,
list.
so like finally I'm getting to see this
Yeah.
as a video. That's a cool keg.
Yeah.
And what was in that keg? Is that
So
anyway?
in the next scene,
This is the queen.
the lady will ask. The lady will tell me.
Cool.
So I'm just kind of looking around right now.
That looks like the bean from Chicago just flipping
Right?
upside down.
Wow.
And you
Oh,
said
so
that
now
this
we're
is-
at some pictures
So
here.
you said that, like this is the chef's table?
No, this is the Queen Victoria,
Victoria
one. So there's a
room.
main lobby area, like a
Okay.
main restaurant area, the Queen Victoria one, which only has 4 tables, and then there is the chef's table.
Oh, okay.
When I planned it, I didn't want to do the chef. I wanted to do it, but then my sister-in-law wisely said, "Yeah, but you want to focus on your wife and not so much on that." So I was
Oh,
like,
sure.
"Good choice, good choice."
Sure.
So then there's some pictures of me holding my drink, my wife holding her drink that we each got. Okay, so here's
What was
the next video.
by chance?
We have a Negroni and a blackberry sparkling lemonade.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Negroni. I
That
think I
sounds
said
so
that right.
good.
So I went with the Negroni in the keg.
Sure. And is that wine?
Uh,
You don't know.
I can't
It
remember.
just tasted good.
It tasted really good.
Okay.
And those are
And then-
enhancements for.
So I'm zooming in
Enhancements.
There's
for the lemonade.
blood orange, coconut, and peach.
So it's like Mio.
Yeah.
You just stick it
And
in.
so my wife went with the blood orange. So now I took pictures of and this is the water list.
Oh my gosh.
And those are the pictures of the 2 waters with right there.
So what made you choose those?
We just saw them
Which
and,
is
and
like,
they,
hey.
they looked really good. And they sounded good, like
Okay.
based off the
You
menu.
know, that one's from Scotland, huh?
He's holding it like a wine.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
asking the
insane.
guy,
So does
you
it
know,
come out
is
of
this
a
from
specific type
Scotland?
of
So now I'm just gonna ask him a
spring,
question
or-
about the springs or something.
There are springs along the way in Scotland. I don't know exactly which specific spring, but it is a naturally still.
Come on, you should know that. Specific spring, come on.
I didn't even know they had specific.
You're throwing in
classes for
hardball
sparkling.
questions.
Yeah, specific glasses for this.
Dude, that's unreal.
Goodness.
Okay, so now he's pouring mine, and I think I got mine. Mine was a sparkling water from France. And I hate
So maybe
sparkling water, but this tasted like candy.
Okay, so much better than LaCroix.
Yes.
You're running the mill ones.
Yes.
Okay. See, like,
So-
really, it tastes like candy.
Yeah. Well, not like pure candy, but
Right,
it was
but
it was a nice
it had a
clean
sweet taste.
sweet.
Ooh.
And so pictures of some butter and some sea salt.
Okay, I was wondering what that was. Like, is that like half an egg or something?
No. So a picture of the first bread course they gave us.
First breads are recipes of Chef Eric.
The video,
who's
the
raised
guy's
in
telling us.
Austria. This is unsalted butter from the Vermont Creamery.
Okay.
And we also provide
Vermont
Vermont
Creamery.
sea salt from England that you can utilize in the butter or to utilize throughout your meal if you so choose as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
So now that's the mother of pearl spoon. Now I'm gonna.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So now what they said was you have to eat caviar with a pearl spoon because it actually enhances the flavor, which
No
I
way.
never thought of. So video of asking me how the food so far. It's been amazing. So
Look, that's
so
art.
the crab.
That's
So that
artwork,
is the
okay.
Alaska King crab
okay.
right there.
Sure. With sun-kissed melons and pink peppercorn yogurt.
Yep.
Wow.
Best food you've ever had.
Best food she's ever had.
How many courses are we into?
She can handle
She was serious. She was serious. I believe her.
We've had 2 in a bread. I thought we've had 3. Caviar, bread, the crab.
Yes.
I guess that's
crab.
That is
Yeah,
true.
so she said we had 3, so she was just explaining that. So now this
what's
next
this?
picture, this is the sea bass, the Virginia black sea bass with poppy seeds and lemon. Now this next one is
So some with like a scallop or is
yeah, that looks like it.
Also sitting in a broth.
Is that with wild turbot with toasted capers and preserved lemon? I don't know. I can't
Hold on,
begin.
hold on.
Ooh, that smells so good.
With the tomato water, this one. The
Oh.
Dover sole with.
Langoustine and tomato water.
Now this one though, the short ribs is not on the menu here. So this was one
How'd
that.
you get that?
What is this?
This is.
So she's gonna explain what this is, the waitress.
It's on a potato mussels with honey mushrooms. There's a bit of potato glass right on top.
That looks like good bread too. It's hearty.
Yeah. So now this video. So So the guy's gonna explain right now what this is.
Into the bread and the butter. The butter also has a little bit of lemon balm, so it's almost like a savory cake and icing.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
So you just had some of the professional brioche bread from the
My wife
Master
loves
baker.
bread.
How amazing was it?
That looks so good, man. Thick cut.
Hard not to just put it all into my mouth and eat it because it's so good. I'm trying to savor it and be slow.
And you love bread. Is this the best bread you've ever eaten?
Yes, it is. And I love bread.
It came with a special type of
2 for
butter.
2.
Okay, zoom in on this specific butter they brought out for the brioche bread. I forgot what kind.
That was
So the water one was the Dover sole with
Langoustine.
langoustine and tomato
So
water.
Wow.
But it's sour.
Now the next one is gonna be one that's really
It's
cool.
not like
The quail.
salty isn't bad, but it's more like
We're not there yet.
Sure.
it's like a
We're still
brioche
talking
bread.
about this
like,
bread.
There's flavor and
But
seasoning
it was
to
so. Oh, this brioche bread, man, was so good.
Oh my
So
gosh.
good. So can you handle this?
No.
Will you be able to go to another restaurant?
No, probably not. I'm just not going to eat ever again.
That's not good for you.
Hard to go back.
Okay, so now this picture is of the roasted French quail with corn pudding and spinach.
Oh wow.
Now,
Now, what is it? French quail?
okay, so this guy's gonna explain what it is.
Wow.
Well, we use both a little bit of the white meat and dark meat to make it alive.
No, this is the maitre d' who's talking now.
We call the corn pudding with flavors and smokiness. On the outside, some bacon.
He's got a very serious voice. Like you want to take him seriously, you know?
A little Brussels sprout. It's actually a braising of greens. We do a braising for about an hour. The braising is going to get a little different color, so what we do is we take a spinach leaf, put it in hot water.
Their plates are so fancy too.
Oh yeah, dude, they have so many different plates.
And then we wrap the braising and make it look just like a little Brussels sprout. This is just a particular light. The two sauces.
So now what? The next,
You just
it's
devoured it.
gone.
Gone. Nearly licked clean.
Are you filling the water?
Oh my goodness.
So we ended up going through 2 bottles of water each.
What
Wow.
did you say it tasted like?
It tastes like a turkey leg.
But it tasted like a lighter version of that. It was
Yeah.
really, really good.
Tastes like a turkey leg.
But it's like a lighter version of it.
What everything tastes like.
But the sauces were very complimentary. Like, it
Everything
was
was
really
just
good.
like perfectly.
Yeah.
So the next thing that's gonna come up is the lamb loin. What is that? Raid.
Just got done
Raid.
Yeah, like
lamb that had
piper raid.
And calamari olives.
Pepperod.
But like this had like so many. So this video is like the plate's gone, like it's empty. But like
Like it went from dark to bright on the inside. It was
dark
so
to bright.
And our
Yeah.
last dish was inspired by a corn dog.
But it's fancy.
Yeah. So the chef
Inspiration
loved
from
corn dogs
anywhere.
and like
Like
ketchup
right
as a
now.
kid.
Okay.
So the quail was
Did this
based
make
off
your
of
top
this
dish
Oh.
or
idea.
no?
That's
Or do you
cool.
still like the caviar, or are you just gonna go with bread every time?
I don't even know. I don't know if I have a top dish right now. They've all been that good.
You're gonna have to wait for the Japanese grade A5 Wagyu beef that I ordered.
Sure, I'll go with that.
It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. But the lamb was really, really good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So I'm seeing. Wait.
Definitely.
Yeah.
worth
So this
eating
one,
them again
I'm
'cause of
seeing
that.
Australian Kobe and
Yep,
Miyazaki. Like,
Hold on, hold on.
I
Do you
did. and I hate
choose?
curry. All right, sweet.
So now
Can't wait for some more.
the Miyazaki Japanese beef, that's the Wagyu beef.
Sure.
So that's an additional $55.
Oh, so you get both then? If you
No,
wanted
no, no,
that.
no. The main dish.
Okay, it's the
is
Australian Kobe.
Australian Kobe beef. Now these are just pictures of swirls of butter
Oh, that's cool.
for the next bread.
I can't believe it's not butter.
And
Can't
so
believe it is
now the
butter.
maitre d' is gonna explain the bread in right now.
In this case, one of the things that is really important is that he brought the yeast to make this bread from back home, a little town called Falkenstein near Vienna, close to 30 years ago, and he's been able to keep up the yeast alive. So what we do is it takes about 3 days to prepare the bread.
Okay, so now this,
3 days?
that's
The first
all
3 days
butter.
What we do is we soak in the grains.
In a chef's
This
hat.
morning
Yes.
about 4 o'clock in the
Design.
morning,
What the heck?
and we bake minus about 5
Now
minutes.
watch.
So
Watch this,
when
watch
it
this.
comes to the
So,
table,
yeah, he's
we
gonna
bake it.
pull out 2 spoons from this little cup.
With a
Okay.
crispy, warm, delicious
Like a
bread.
parlor trick.
In this case, the bread has very little salt in the recipe, so we decided to make a salty butter. So in the shape of a toque, a chef toque, we are
Toque.
beautiful.
Yeah, so he just
Now
kind
we're
of pulls it
making
up
some
and then, yep,
pearls
and then
of,
set the first one down right now.
Oh, I see. And
So that's
that
kind of
was
how.
what you took of it. Yeah.
The bread
Okay.
and the butter together.
Wow.
So good.
Yeah, the brioche bread we had.
That's a picture of the wine.
Duck horn.
That was really good. Now, this is the picture of the beef.
Dude.
So that's the Kobe.
Okay.
So this zoomed in picture. The first one that's the Kobe with the sauce. That little round thing, that's potatoes.
Oh.
With some cheese. That's a like steak sauce that you put on top. That is the Japanese grade A5 Wagyu beef.
Wagyu beef.
So now my video
This
of
is
me
my favorite
reacting.
part of the video.
Just try it.
We're reacting to you reacting.
Dude, I
This is
couldn't.
great.
Dude, just I didn't even want to touch it. I was so.
I know.
like-
You're like,
I
oh
was
my
like,
God.
oh my god.
You almost slinked down fully.
Yeah,
out
I
of your
did. I
chair.
started slicking.
Oh my god.
I don't think Chris is ever
You're
gonna eat
you're like
beef again.
in Nirvana right now.
Like I can't explain what it. It's so good.
It's literally the best piece of meat you've ever had in your life. Yeah,
I can't even answer my wife's question.
You were speechless.
It's literally like the meat turned into just like a cream in my mouth.
Was it ever?
It did turn into a cream, and it's just like.
That's insane.
So I gotta make my wife try it. Now. Okay, so like.
Wagyu beef. No, take a good size. Take a good.
Yeah, she tried to go for the smallest piece here, but I was like, come on.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
So now this was only like 4 ounces of this stuff for $55. Yeah, she's like, wow.
This is very good beef.
It is very good beef.
Yeah, just kind of let it sit there on your tongue for a bit,
It's so buttery.
right? And that's not butter, that's on it.
No, I know.
It's all beef, man. Go.
Like my tongue just feels like there's like a smooth layer of cream on it.
It's
It's so good,
I think
dude.
that's probably the best beef.
Yeah,
I
it's very.
really want to try that.
Jeez.
very. I don't get excited for beef like you do though.
All right, let's eat the rest of this.
I mean, the Kobe beef was really good. So this is a picture of the
Oh,
cheese platters.
That's awesome.
There's a whole bunch of cheeses here, and then the waitress is gonna explain what they are here.
Okay.
So another picture, a different angle.
Sure.
All the cheeses laid out with the different things that you add and pair with it. So they had some more pictures like the nuts, the dried grapes, like crackers, wafer, a cream sauce, and then that's honey. Okay, so now the video she's gonna explain what they are.
Of course. We will plate up all these cheeses for you, which we have a Montgomery cheddar. This is an aged cheddar from England, along with Finwood. This is a sheep's milk cheese on pasture sheep. Along with Berkwell, it's also sheep's milk, but very different.
Your favorite cheese?
So
bunch.
truffle cheese from Italy is rub with truffle oil and dried herbs.
Okay.
And then we have
I
soft
think the truffle
truffle.
cheese is my
This is
favorite.
from Colt Basset. It is a blue
But-
cheese that's been aged within meat.
This was the first time me and my
So we
wife
got the cheese
had honey.
platter.
Okay, so now
You be
next
able to
video my
finish all
wife's
that
trying
I don't
cheeses.
know. Probably not.
You got honeycomb. You got what is this stuff in here?
It's a cheese fondue. You dip your.
Oh, you dip the bread.
Oh,
in
it's a
there.
cheese fondue.
You got some nuts over there. Is that
Wow.
nuts? Yep.
Yep. And then raisins.
Listen, you got a ton of different cheeses. This is gonna be quite interesting. That's a lot of stuff.
And the coffee.
And
That's how they
we still have
place
coffee.
it on the plate.
Look at
And
that.
okay, so now they
Pretty
should
cool.
zoom in at the
Looks
coffee.
like it's
Okay, cool. Is that the
percolate in there.
Sulawesi Island Coffee by
this
Joffrey's?
is pretty epic.
Free end pieces.
Yeah.
That decaf?
No.
No.
It's a picture of the coffee cup for some reason. The coffee.
So it looks like it's percolating there. And we are done with our cheese plates. All right, dear, what do you think about that cheese? You've been waiting for that cheese.
It was amazing. That honeycomb was so good.
What'd you
And
have
they
the
did a good
honeycomb
job at spacing it out, so like you don't feel full like
with?
halfway
Cheese,
through,
huh?
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's weird. It's like you're so full by the time you're done.
Oh, I'm sure. But like when you're in it, you don't
Really?
feel
With
full
all those
because you
tiny
just want
portions?
like the next thing, right?
I don't know.
So
There.
good.
So like right now after the cheeses,
Yeah,
like my
I'm
wife just
full,
said,
too.
like she's full.
Yeah, that was.
I'm
Doesn't
full.
seem like it, but that's a lot.
But
of
then
food.
now you're doing the dessert, right?
Now we still gotta get to the desserts.
Okay.
I really think it was. the
There's
cheese
always a
that did me
spot
in.
open there for dessert.
We still got coffee and dessert.
So
Her
coffee and
face.
dessert.
We'll see. I'm pretty excited.
Like I can put it away. I think I would still be
Really
pretty
good.
full. I mean pretty pretty hungry.
Really
I could still
good.
put it away.
No. Like, because you gotta think they space it out over 4.5 hours.
I guess maybe my eyes are bigger than my stomach, but I mean,
Oh,
I've surprised
So right now she's
people.
explaining what that like the coffee thing is.
But it's a cycling pod, a reverse vacuum, vacuum percolator, has ingredients. What we did is the water was at the bottom and the grinds are on top.
So I mean, this is it's really good. It's probably some of the best coffee. It's one of the best ways to make coffee. It was like the smoothest.
Really?
Because of the way they make it.
Once most of it, like it is now,
Seems like it's been percolating for a while.
Yeah.
up there. We will remove the flame, air will try and create that vacuum, and it'll come down quite quickly. Swish, if everything works out.
Where can you? Obviously, this is not something that's used that often.
It's very cool.
What is the benefit of this over like a
So I'm
French
gonna ask-
press
I'm asking the
or
benefit of it right now.
Like, what does it do that's different to this kind of coffee?
It's a gentle brewing process. It doesn't.
Okay.
It kind of brings out the essence of the drink.
Okay. Awesome.
You don't get bitterness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so this is pre-dessert. That's not even on.
Pre-dessert?
Yeah.
Didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Do you know what that was?
Yeah, the guy's gonna explain what it is right now.
Version of a banana foster in a cold way. This one is going to have mascarpone cream along with some caramelized bananas. And it's one of my favorites in the tradition of the restaurant. So, I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so this is.
So it's
this
like
is
their
a
version, like you said, like a-
pre-dessert.
Yeah, because we get
Pre-dessert.
Yeah, pre-dessert. Oh
My
my.
wife thinks it's funny. We're getting a pre-dessert.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm there for it.
Alright, give it a shot. Let's see what's going on.
She loves it.
Yeah, she does.
It's perfect.
Good. Oh goodness. All right, so this I gotta see. Let's see how this thing works. Okay, takes the flame away.
So she just took the flame out and put it back down. So now it's just gonna sit there. I don't remember if it was this video. That's gonna take a second here.
Oh wow.
There we go. Now it drops.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like an hourglass. Filled with coffee.
Let's keep it up there somehow.
Coffee.
Chemistry is not my forte.
That's cool.
Wow.
And this is the actual.
And this is the actual dessert right
The
here.
bittersweet chocolate dome on praline crunch.
Yep.
Wow, this is art.
That's-
Modern art.
That's gold. A gold
Gold
leaf up
leaf.
there.
Ooh, little.
And then they send you home with little pieces
They
of truck.
they send you home with this?
Yeah.
Like the entire thing?
No,
or
not the
just-
entire box.
Okay, just like what you choose or
we
one of
each
each.
we each chose one of each of them.
Oh my god.
Now these cherries, that close-up picture of the
Yeah.
cherries, we couldn't bring those home. We had to eat them there in the restaurant because they were pits, and they want for safety reasons for you to eat them there. This one is so fuzzy. This
The first is a
Sorry.
cookie.
At least you got
It's,
the pictures of
mascarpone
it.
Cookie, cognac, and sealed it.
yeah, so it's filled with cognac, like you said.
And let it sit for 1 year.
Wow.
Until
1 year.
just about
The cherry
a few
in
days
cognac.
ago.
Patience,
we
man.
opened
It's a
the jar,
virtue. It's a
we
virtue.
lit it, And we pull the cherries and we cover them in chocolate.
Dear goodness.
So a way to let you know that the seed is inside is to see the stem. So we do not want to take the seeds
Seed.
or the stems of the cherry as they sit on the crush because the flesh will disappear. so we don't punch any holes.
Yeah.
When you have the cherry, just be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
But
like, be
I
careful.
will say, just bite it in the half with a stem in the bottom, absorb a little bit of the liquor, and then just finish a little bit. It's really, by the way, be careful where you tie it. This one probably my favorite as well. This is the rum caramel. It's covered with a little tiny bit of Mary River salt from Australia. I would say that one you can place in your palate upside down, let your palate just capture the salt, and just bite into it, and you'll get the caramel and the chocolate, and it's really delicious. The last one is the mimosa, just a little.
Such a cool logo.
Yeah, and then that's the picture of the bag and the rose, different angle of that. Picture of like the seal of the Japanese
Oh,
wagyu.
wow.
Us with our waiter and waitress. We got to go into the kitchen,
Oh,
meet the
that's so
chefs.
cool.
Picture of the menu again. Just a picture of my wife, because I like my wife.
'Cause why not? Yeah, of course.
She's beautiful.
A happy couple.
Yep, and a picture of us.
5th anniversary.
And like, comment, and subscribe. My Disney Addiction Podcast.
What an ending. What an ending. That was so cool.
So-
Oh, wow, man. A lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
I mean, just, oh.
Yeah, I think, so to answer the question about the beef short ribs
Yes,
in the
yes.
bowl that were there, because I didn't really want to stop the video too terribly much.
Sure, no,
but,
I get it.
that was not on the menu because sometimes what they do is the chef just decides to make something. Now the reason
Oh.
is because so all these menus change throughout the year because
Okay.
they try to source it for the seasons. Now the thing with like with the short ribs and other things, what they do is think about it. The chefs working on different recipes, they try it, and then they make it again. And if the chefs like it, the staff likes it, then they give it to guests as like here. We're also giving you this one, and then they can somewhat gauge what people thought about it.
I gotcha. Okay. And that was good
Yes,
for you?
it was
Okay.
really, really
that
good.
off the menu.
Yep. So I think we got
Selection.
two off the menu things, which was
Wow.
that and the pre-dessert.
Wow. So between the pre-dessert and the dessert, which one did you like more, or were they so different?
They were so different.
That-
One was like the one was like a bananas Foster creme brulee style kind of thing.
That sounds delicious.
The other
I'm a huge
one-
fan of banana.
The other one was like it was like a sweet wafer with different mousses and creams. So it was very like more heavy.
Sure.
They were all great. I mean, so when I found out they had Wagyu beef, I was like, my wife knew I had to order it. She knew I was going to.
Sure.
Because I'd talked about it forever. Like, I want to try this.
Yeah.
So once I saw it on the menu, I was like, this is Wagyu beef. And I'm like, is this grade A5 Wagyu beef? And they're like, yep, we have. And I was like, really? They're like, yep. We ordered so much of it, like they gave us a seal because we ordered so much from them.
Oh, wow.
And so they, yeah, it was just amazing. And my wife knew I had to buy it. It was one of those once in a lifetime experiences kind of thing. Because I mean, if you buy it normally, I mean, it's a lot. Just one regular size steak of that is going to cost you $1,000 for one steak. Because think about it, I just paid $60 for 4 ounces.
For 4 ounces, right.
Yeah, I mean, it's super expensive, but it's like some of the best stuff you'll ever have in your life. I mean, the whole thing, I think we got there at 5. We got done with the thing around 9:30.
Now, did it feel like it dragged on, or was it like a nice...
It was a nice thing.
Blend,
like
like
they
they spaced
blended
it
it
out
well. They
well.
talked to you. They
Good
engage
people.
with you. Like, I mean, that to me was like Disney experience. Like they weren't rushing you. They were just talking to you, hanging out with you, answering any questions. Very involved. Like the maitre d' came and he was.
Yeah, it took
it wasn't in the
time.
video, but he was talking to us a lot about ton of different things. He was talking about like, oh yeah, we go and travel. Like, you know, we try the different chocolates, the different cheeses. We do like they travel all the time to try to make sure like they know what they're gonna put on a plate.
Right, that's amazing.
And I mean the whole experience. So like, once again, the question is it paying $1,000 worth it? I'm just gonna round up to like $1,000.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, once again, this is one of those lifetime things that I've always wanted to do, and this was my wedding anniversary gift to my wife. Funny story was,
That's priceless.
I didn't plan anything for our 5-year wedding anniversary.
No.
And my wife was, we were at dinner because I just, had a small dinner planned with, we'll go out to eat and have a small dinner, but there wasn't like anything big planned. We didn't go out on like any weekend or anything. So my wife was, I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, but like, she was very mad and very upset. because it was like, oh, you're involved with all these other things, and you're always like working on stuff, and you couldn't even plan like even a small getaway. So like she was very upset, and then finally by the end of the dinner, because I wanted to surprise her and not tell her until we got to Disney.
Held out.
But she was just like so upset, and, like almost in tears.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, fine. The reason why we're not going anywhere is because I booked this dinner for us at this restaurant, which is going to cost us more than going somewhere for a weekend. So it was one of those things, and then like as soon as I told her that, she was in tears even more because then she felt bad that she was like yelling at me.
Sweet, yeah.
But it was, this was hands down the best meal I've ever had in my life. Totally worth it. If you like food, and this is something for you. But once again, it's like, and this isn't I would say this is not a palate thing. Like, there's so many different types of foods on here that you're gonna like it. And so even the caviar thing, like we were like, oh, caviar, it's fish eggs. Like, people aren't gonna like it. The best way for me to describe what caviar tastes like, just caviar itself, just take the word goodness and make it food.
Oh,
that's what caviar tastes. It's like, this is so good. It's just
salty?
like good. No, it's just
not. Okay.
like a great savoriness.
Wow.
It's so good.
Goodness.
Foodified. Obviously, the highlight of the meal for me was the Wagyu beef. Best thing ever. Like everything was. Even the Kobe beef was amazing. Like, there wasn't anything on this menu that I would not eat again.
Oh my gosh.
So like the waters that we got, those were an extra cost. The steak was an extra cost. We bought 1 bottle of wine. That was an extra cost.
Sure.
So that was pretty much it. The whole experience, like I said, was about 4.5 hours. So that's the thing. Like, you're paying $900 for a 4.5 hour experience with some of the best foods by some of the best chefs in one of the best restaurants on Disney property, and one of the best restaurants in Florida, and one of the best known in the country.
Right. So like a lot of people are hung up like, oh, $900 for food. No, it's the experience you get with it.
Yes.
It's the people you meet. It's the memories that you'll share with, that you'll have.
My
forever.
wife still talks about that quail thing and how she was blown away that it was based off of a corn dog from the chef when he was a kid.
Isn't that nuts? Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Experience.
Highly recommend it to
Yeah.
anybody who is going to Disney. Once again, some people's budget, I get it. It's expensive. This is one of those things where it's like, we didn't do certain things when we were at Disney because I wanted to do this with my wife.
Trade-offs, exactly. But I remember the first time you brought up Victoria and Albert's to me, and I was like, you had me sold, dude. Like, just with the way that like his eyes twinkle, like remembering that, I'm like, I wish that I could partake, because like your eyes are telling me so much. Like, you do not regret it. You'll go back again. You want to go back.
I want to go back again.
Yeah, and like, it's just it was so. Yeah, it's like I was almost sharing in the experience. Like, he was retelling it so well.
It's so amazing.
I just gotta have my taste buds experience it now.
So so you guys, this was the our reaction video to the video itself. If you don't want to listen to us all, just go watch the video, stand alone. But everything here was just great. You could have gotten a separate dish of caviar. We didn't want to spend the extra like $200
for goodness.
Yeah, because it was like, I knew I was already dropping $60 on that.
Yeah.
The separate waters plus the wine. That was almost an extra $200 on top of the meal. So we essentially paid like $700 some with tax, plus we paid $100 for a tip. Like, we didn't probably need to do. No, I think how much did we pay? I forgot how much we paid on a tip. We paid a lot on a tip. Because I think we went like, I think we did more. I think we actually did almost like $150, $160 on tip, because the service was so good.
Yeah, honestly, like, based on how you experience it and are sharing it with me, as well as it being over 2 years since you've done this, like, I don't see any regret. So it's like,
it was
again, it's just through and through a great experience that I could tell that you'll cherish and you want to go back, which is a great sign. So it's making me even more jealous that you've experienced it and I have not. So maybe something for the bucket list.
Excellent. I'm glad I can make you jealous. All right, you guys, that was it for this episode. Once again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, please stop doing that. That's very awkward. if you subscribe, you can be entered into our December giveaway, which is going to be great. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, you just click, you're entered into a giveaway. Super easy. Why not get some Disney merch?
Spread some holiday cheer.
There you go, man.
That's what we're doing for you. Easy click. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Again, this is your Disney Addiction Podcast. Actually, our Disney Addiction Podcast. My Disney Addiction Podcast, your only place to get your Disney fix. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. But anyway.
You guys have a nice one.
Yes.
Peace.